어서 오세요.
As always, Shion greeted us at the entrance. I glimpsed at the counter while Shion led us to our seats. They were still selling chocolate cookies in front of the counter. That reminded me of Red again. He looked so gloomy. Should I get some on my way home? I gave them to Red last time to cheer him up. He seemed to feel better after I gave it to him. But first, I wanted to know what was making him so sad. Because you keep asking vague questions. I didn't know how to comfort him since I didn't know why.
무슨 생각을 그렇게 해?
I came back to my senses and saw Tay right in front of me. Soy and Shimbi were already in their seats and staring at me awkwardly standing. There. T-H-E-I-R. Not there, as in directional over there. Tay playfully waved his hand in front of my face.
자, 여기. 네 자리.
I hurriedly sat down. Soy finally started talking as I sat down and spoke like an actress on stage.
테이 선배 안녕하세요. 테이 선배가 주문받으러 오시다니 운이 좋네요.
아, 아는 얼굴들인데 와서 인사해야지.
As Tay smiled at me, Soy almost drooled. She's probably glad that I'm here with her. No fucking idea why.
저기 근데 테이 선배 뭐 하나 물어봐도 돼요?
응? 뭔데?
있죠. 요즘도 여학생들이 선물 많이 주고 그러죠. 워낙 인기가 많으시니까.
Well, Eri gave me some yesterday and I really like those candies. Hers are the other ones that I'm actually going to take.
글쎄, 선물이라면 우리 반에 있는 레드도 많이 받는데.
Red? I mean, I guess it's too embarrassing for him to talk about how popular he is. But for some reason I was bothered by what he said about Red. I don't think he made it up. But I mean, there was a Red fan even among the girls who attacked me. I felt creeped out to think about that incident again. I shook my head and tried to shake off the thought.
하지만 마음이 담긴 선물을 받는 건 큰 책임이 따르는 일이니까 나는 되도록 거절하고 있어.
그 얘긴 저도 들었어요. 하지만 지금까지 정말로 선물을 받은 적이 단 한 번도 없으신 거예요?
I then realized what Soy wanted to say. Really? It took you this long? Then again, I guess you are preoccupied. No, to be more exact, I realized what she wanted to hear. He must have remembered Soy's candies he got from me. In his eyes, those were your candies that you gave to him.
딱 한 번 받긴 했지.
At those words, Soy's face heated up instantly. Oh my god. I can't believe Soy blushed at just that. This doesn't make sense. Soy must really be in love with Tay.
아, 그렇구나. 딱 한 번. 그게 어떤 선물이었는데요?
Tay seemed a bit confused at Soy's question, but answered willingly.
사탕이었어.
사탕! 사탕 좋죠! 맛있었어요?
맛있게 먹었어.
Soy looked like she'd melt away any minute now. I felt awkward to sit in between the two. So I was about to ask something again when we heard Mr. Hobin's voice.
대희, 거기서 놀지 말고 주방 일 좀 도와.
He hasn't taken our orders yet. Shut the fuck up.
아, 네. 얘들아, 미안. 이만 가봐야겠어.
미안해하실 필요 없어요. 어서 가보세요.
Soy even waved her hands as she said bye. Tay turned away, headed back to the kitchen. As soon as he disappeared, Soy drooped and plopped down at the table. So, this is what you needed me for? This? She must have been tired keeping a straight posture in front of Tay.
난 이제 죽어도 좋아.
If I kill you right now, can I go back to the rehearsals and tell Red that he's an idiot?
아직 죽지는 마.
Why?
시험이 아직 안 끝났으니까.
Who cares about exams when you're dead?
너 이 좋은 분위기에 그게 무슨 망발이야. 아무튼 정말 너무너무 기뻐서 하늘을 날 수도 있을 것 같아.
If I only consider her looks, she reminds me of a saint.
단 하나 받은 선물이 바로 이 소희님이 준 선물이라니.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that it was from you. See the problem? Aren't you that happy? Are you that happy? Then are you gonna tell him it's from you soon?
아니, 아직은 때가 아니야. 모름지기 큰일을 도모할수록 타이밍이 가장 중요한 법이지. 다음 선물을 줄 때쯤 밝힐까 생각 중이야.
Considering you are not the one giving him the present, he's not gonna care. Oh, I see.
근데 무슨 선물을 해야 할지 고민이야. 사탕을 준비할 때도 얼마나 오래 고민했다고.
그러니까 그 노력의 반만이라도 시험에 쏟으면.
감히 태희 선배와 시험의 경중을 따지는 거야?
They are more important. Who cares about your high school romance when you have terrible grades, which generally can lead to not getting a decent job?
하긴 감히 그럴 순 없지.
그럼 당연히
시험이 중요하지.
Thank you, Shinbi. Right. Soy ignored us and started to think about the next present to give him. She looked excited, like she was picking her own present. It felt good to see her like that. But can she win him over just by giving him presents? I don't know, it worked in Rune Factory and Harvest Moon games, so why not in real life? Tay is very careful about relationships. That's why he doesn't take anyone's present. I don't think he'll open up just by getting gifts from a stranger. I did want Soy's plan to succeed, but I didn't feel so good about it.
너 전화 왔나 봐.
Duh? Oh, yeah, it is. Though we're not hearing it. I hurriedly checked my phone. It was vibrating. Hello?
히로인, 나야.
Oh, yeah. I lowered the volume so Soy and Shinbi won't hear. They still think that I only go to school with Red because of the play. Nothing good will come out of them knowing that we're closer than that. I was careful to not say his name out loud and took the call.
별일 없지?
What do you mean?
하교를 같이 못해서 걱정이 돼서.
No, see, I'm currently being held hostage by my friends so that she can, do something that she could do without my help. So please come rescue me, Red. You called me to ask me that? Yeah, nothing happened. Thanks for worrying.
조금 시끄러운데 집 아니야? 거기 어디야?
You know that we went to Banjul. Why are you asking? Here? It's Banjul.
아, 아직 거기구나. 알았어.
He hung up after saying that. Did the rehearsal end early? I checked the clock and realized he should be in rehearsal right now. Well, how are they supposed to rehearse the oh-so important play if the oh-so important heroine isn't there? Calling because he worried? Red's kind of cute that way. It was a different kind of cuteness from Yano.
누구야?
Oh, just... I couldn't tell them it was Red and evaded answering. Thankfully, Soy was completely engrossed in watching Tay, so she didn't care. And she started to inform us about her plan to win over Tay's heart, which she already told us.
일단 마음을 전달하는 것도 중요하지만 신비감을 조성하는 게 중요해. 신비야, 신비감을 조성하려면 어떻게 해야 하지?
Yeah, pretty sure that's a pun on her name, Shinbi, being mystery.
맞지? 저렇게 입을 다물고 있는 게 신비감을 조성할 수 있는 거야.
So it's already impossible for you, Soy. Would that really work on Tay? But if I disagree, Soy will definitely make feel upset, so I just listen quietly. Like that, we drank our tea and chatted. Quite a lot of time passed as we listened to Soy's plan. Shinbi suddenly remembered she had a meeting with her agency, so we hurried up and got ready to leave. Soy said she was still satisfied for reaching her goal for today. Looking at Tay. Great, it did that at school. I was about to pass the counter and leave when I noticed a small basket. It was a basket of the cookies that were selling. I stared at it for a while and stopped walking. I'm going to buy some things to go. You guys go ahead first. Yeah, walking home on my own is definitely not gonna backfire.
알았어. 내일 보자.
그래, 내일 봐.
I sent the two home and stood in front of the counter. I had just seen Tay while paying, but he came back again.
그거 사가려고?
Yeah, I think he liked them.
레드가 말이구나.
Yeah. At my answer, Tay stopped in the middle of rapping. I asked him if something was wrong, but he just shook his head.
아니야.
He didn't give me back my change and hesitated for a while.
저기 어제 준 사탕 말인데
That? Yeah? Why? You mean what?
누가 준 건지 밝힐 수 없다고 했지?
Yeah? I avoided his gaze on purpose. But Tay was smarter than me. Honestly, that doesn't seem to be like a very difficult thing to accomplish. Anyone would have no choice but to turn around when he calls you in that voice. I end up facing him feeling guilty as if I did something wrong.
그 사탕 준 사람 누군진 밝힐 수 없다고 했지만 네가 준 건 아니지?
Well, upon saying that I can't reveal whom it's from, I think that would automatically say that it isn't from me. Otherwise, I would say it. Oh, me? It's not me. I was anxious about whether he'd mentioned soy, but tasted something completely unexpected. Seriously? Did he think I prepared it for him? I thought Tay knew right away that it wasn't me.
그렇구나.
Hmm?
아니야. 자, 이거 가져가야지.
Tay handed me the wrapped cookies and my change. I took them feeling I did something bad to him. I felt Tay staring at me even as I opened the door and left the cafe. Should I take the bus? I was looking around the streets, but something was weird. Everyone's turned their heads and glimpsing at something. Is something there? It wasn't just a familiar uniform. That's the red hair I see every day. Red? As I called him, he turned around. It really is red.
아, 히로인, 이제 나와?
Yeah, but what are you doing here?
히로인을 기다렸지.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way that I can, just go home on my own. I was gonna say, isn't anyone gonna mention that? Me?
응, 말했잖아. 이젠 항상 옆에 있을 거라고.
Oh. I remembered what he said as we ran through the alley. He must have remembered that. I didn't know he'd keep the promise. I'm touched. Thank you.
그럼 갈까?
Red walked right by my side like when we go to school. I really feel like I've met my knight in shining armor. Red had me get off first this time too and followed me. And he came right by my side again and walked. This feels like I have a pet dog beside me. But I'll get embarrassed if Red notices how I feel. I tried my best to not smile. Did rehearsal end early today? I was surprised you were at Banjul.
응, 일찍 끝내달라고 했거든. 네가 언제 끝날지 모르니까 가서 기다리려고.
Oh, that's why he called earlier. We would have missed each other if I had gone home. Then he would have gone home by himself, and then the rehearsal would have ended early for nothing. But above everything else, I'm so thankful that he puts my safety first. I wanted to say thanks, but I didn't, since I wanted to give him the chocolate cookies first. I rummaged through my bag. Ta-da!
우와, 그건 나 주는 거야?
Yeah, you seem to like them.
고마워, 히로인.
I felt good to see him smile so tearfully. Yeah, this is the Red I know. I was worried since he looked so sullen, but I think he feels better now. I was about to give him a bright smile when... Huh? Red? What's wrong? Red seemed to be caught up in his thoughts with the cookies in his hands.
뭐 좀 물어봐도 돼?
What is it?
왜 나한테 이런 걸 주는 거야?
Because she thought you liked them. Huh? That's... I was lost for words at the sudden question. Why did I give it to him? I'm curious as to know what Grandpa has to do with this. But I think we have to say that it's, because you like it. It's because you like them. I kept remembering how much you liked the cookie last time. He seemed to be asking if that's really it. Because of his expression, I began to think again. Come to think of it, it might just be my habit. Come to think of it, when Grandpa was alive, I used to often buy sweets on my way home. Grandpa liked those things. I think it's become a habit. Why did you give me the Grandpa option then, if I'm just gonna admit it anyway?
할아버지. 맞아. 그러고 보니 너 가끔씩 할아버지에 대한 얘기를 했지? 내가 인형이었을 때 들었던 기억이 있어. 자세한 얘기는 하지 않았지만 할아버지가 그립다는 얘기를 했던 것 같은데. 네 할아버지는 어떤 분이셨어? 나한테도 알려줘. 치, 란스 녀석은 말 안 해도 알고 있을 거 아니야. 분해.
I was about to get serious, but I couldn't help but laugh to see him burn with resentment towards Lance. Red looks really simple-minded, but I think he has a lot of problems of his own. He might have wanted to ask about Grandpa for a while now. but it was hard to explain. Where should I start? Grandpa's too important for me to just describe him with a couple of words.
있지. 잘은 모르겠지만 그분은 히로인에게 굉장히 중요한 사람이고 많은 영향을 주었으니까 그래. 위인 같은 분이지? 엄청 멋진 영웅 같은.
A great man and a hero. Well, at least to me he is. Red didn't know Grandpa, but I felt good to hear Red speak highly of him. Grandpa would have laughed out loud to hear this.
나도 그런 사람이 된다면 좋겠는데.
What? Why aren't you eating? The chocolate will melt if you hold it like that. I thought it was odd and asked Red, but he looked at me with a hardened expression.
저기 히로인.
Yeah?
위인이나 영웅 같은 사람에 대해 어떻게 생각해?
Are you talking about Grandpa?
아니 질문을 바꿀게. 히로인은 총사령관의 어디가 좋아?
That's still not quite the right question to ask. Huh? Tay? I was taken aback at him suddenly mentioning Tay when we were talking about Grandpa. Why is he asking me like that? Well, he's nice. He's like a big brother. He takes care of you. Isn't that why he's popular? Well, of course his handsome looks are the biggest reason. I remember Soy head over heels in love with Tay and calling him Prince Sunshine or something like that. I was smirking at the thought of Soy, but Red looked sullen again. What's really going on with him? I felt like Red's like that because of something I said. Did I say something wrong without noticing? Red, something's going on with you, isn't it? Why are you so down?
나?
Who else? You were like that during dinner yesterday and this morning too. You're like that even now. You seem so lifeless. He was a bit weird after music class too when he told me I can miss the rehearsal today. I didn't even ask him. After that, he trudged into the music room again. Red looked sorry for making me worry and scratched his head. What's wrong? I was bothered the whole day because of what you said this morning.
내가 아침에 했던 말?
Yeah. Don't you remember what you told me on the way to school? You said you'd support me. I didn't know what you were talking about. Does it have to do with why you've been so gloomy lately?
그건 말할 수 없어. 하지만 내가 했던 말은 진심이었어.
If you don't explain, just say whatever, then I have no idea.
미안해.
I was feeling a bit frustrated to talk to him when he suddenly yelled out loud. I couldn't say anything back because of Red's expression. His clenched fists told me he wanted to hit someone, but his face looked like he had just been hit. Why does he look so hurt? Jesus Christ, Eri. I suck at the subtleties of social norms and all that stuff. But even I would figure this out.
네가 궁금해하는 것들을 다 얘기할 만한 용기가 없어서 미안해. 하지만 무슨 일이 있더라도 난 네 곁에 있을 거야. 끝까지 네 옆을 지키는 건 나였으면 좋겠다는 말은 진심이야. 그리고 네 옆에 있으면서 네가 힘들어하는 건 뭐든 도와줄 거야. 그래서 네가 무슨 결정을 내리든 응원해 줄 거라고 말한 거야.
Just say whoever you choose instead of whatever, and then maybe she's gonna figure it out.
넌 내 하나뿐인 주인님이고 내 하나뿐인 히로인이니까.
I was lost for words from what Red said. I felt my head heat up. I feel like I just heard someone confess their love to me. Huh? Red didn't notice how red my face turned and held onto my hands. I think my hands will get red too. No, is my whole vision turning red? Gänsefüßchen apostrophes, what? I feel like Red's blushing too.
나는 네 주변을 지키는 것만으로도 만족할 거야. 그러니까 훌륭한 영웅이 되어 보일게.
After saying that, he slowly let go of my hands, and he held up the bag of cookies in his other hand and smiled.
이거 잘 먹을게. 네가 가져다 주는 게 제일 맛있는 것 같아. 그리고 연극부 말이야.
Yeah. I flinched a bit at him bringing up the subject that's been bothering me anyway. It's only been 2 days since I said I'd do, and I already missed a rehearsal. Although Red asked for me, I felt bad for thinking about it.
혹시 네가 정말 원해서 하는 게 아니라면 다시 생각해봐도 좋아.
What? I was about to say that I'm sorry and I'd try harder from now on, but Red said something unexpected.
내가 부장에게도 강하게 밀어붙이고 너한테도 끈질기게 부탁해서 겨우 허락해 준 거지?
No, I said yes because Lance forced me because of safety issues.
그리고 결정적으로는 란스 녀석이 네 이름을 억지로 명단에 넣어서 하게 된 거잖아.
I couldn't deny the fact, so I just stayed quiet. Red must have taken my silence as a yes and looked a bit bitter.
나중에서야 그런 생각이 드는 거야. 사실 넌 다른 하고 싶은 일이 있는 건 아닐까 하는. 너랑 같이 연극을 할 수 있다는 게 기뻐서 미처 생각하지 못했어. 내가 고집을 부리지 않았다면 그 시간에 다른 일을 할 수도 있었던 거잖아.
Yeah, I would have been kidnapped again and beaten. That definitely is something better to do.
그러니까 테이가 일하는 카페에서 같이 일할 수도 있고.
I can't do that. I'm not a hot 5 guy. I'm not good looking enough for it. I almost asked why you thought that. Why aren't you asking then? But I realize it's probably because I missed rehearsal to go to Banjul today. You are a moron. I think you're misunderstanding something. It's not that I don't like the drama club. Of course, I never said that I'd be in the club, but now I changed my thoughts. It's an incredible opportunity to act in a school play. I think it's also to do something I'll remember for a long time. So, you did push me a bit, but now I feel thankful towards you and Lance. I worried if he'd still misunderstand and told all my honest thoughts. He looked ambivalent when I said that it's not that I don't like the drama club. But he frowned when I mentioned Lance. He looked enraged.
란스 그 녀석. 생각할수록 열받아. 연극 같은 건 시덥지 않은 일이라고 욕해놓고는. 네가 나쁜 일 당하지 않게 보호해주려고 자존심을 버리고 네 이름을 넣어줬어. 그 녀석한테는 매번 지는 것 같다는 기분이 들어.
Red was troubled by the inferiority he feels from Lance again. The difference between them can be each other of their strengths, but they always try to hurt each other. But now because of that, I can go to school and come home with you. You have no idea how relieved I am because of you. And Lance didn't do that. It's you, isn't it? I was a bit embarrassed with what I said and was blushing, but Red didn't say anything.
아, 당연하지. 그게 내가 히로인에게 한 약속이니까.
Thank you so much. We shared the cookies and walked home. I feel like the sweetness is filling up the spaces between us. Another day has passed. I opened up my familiar diary and thought about the things that happened today. I remember the conversation I had with Red the most. I got to hear about his honest thoughts for at least a little while. I remember the conversation I had with Red on our way home the most. I'm stuck in a time loop. I want Red to be a bit more confident. On the outside, Red was always energetic and confident. But inside, he was so hurt and troubled by all the inferiority he feels. And I think he feels the most inferior when he's with Lance. I soon felt frustrated at the thought and nibbled on my pen. The two standing side by side in my mind were nothing alike. They each had their own personalities and charms. But sadly, I don't think Red realizes that. Meanwhile, so many kids like Red and follow him. The kids in the drama club and his classmates, they're all his fans and good friends. Is that not enough for Red? I wish he'd realize his own charms at least once. I was caught up in my thoughts when I heard a knock at the door. Who is it? Come in.
아직 안 자고 있구나. 다행이다. 차를 타왔거든.
No, please! I thought we were done with you slipping me something in my drinks. Oh, tea. Thanks. I closed the diary when he came in.
일기 쓰고 있었구나.
This feels oddly familiar. This isn't good. Yeah, it's what I always do. But what kind of tea is it?
잠들 시간이라 지지지를 가져왔어.
No, for the love of God, don't drink it. It's probably spiked with something. Oh, that tea with a funny name.
응?
I took a sip, and immediately fell asleep. It's warm. Most tea is warm unless it's iced tea.
방금 막 끓였으니까 데이지 않게 조심해. 그보다 사탕을 준 사람이 누구라고?
I told you I can't tell you that. He's actually kind of insistent.
받지 말 걸 그랬어.
But you already took them? Or why don't you try taking presents from now on? I heard that there's a separate fan club for all the girls who reject it because we refuse everything.
그건 나도 처음 듣는 얘긴데. 만약 사실이라면 정말로 유감이야. 하지만 난 마음이 담긴 선물은 책임지지 못할 거라면 받지 않는 게 맞다고 생각해. 누가 준 건진 모르겠지만 난 그 선물에 들어있는 마음에 긍정적인 대답을 줄 수 없으니까 받을 수 없어. 그 사탕 말이야. 그러니까 누가 줬는지 알려주면 내가 가서 돌려줄게.
I'm going to throw them up in front of the person and give them back that way? I felt my heart sink what he said. If Tay really gives the present back to Soy, she'll be so hurt. You'll give them back yourself? That's too cruel. Yeah, you should make me do it because... Fuck it, I'm already doing it one way, so why not the other way? She was really happy that you took them.
그렇지만 그 사람도 조금 괘씸한걸? 널 이용한 거잖아.
Well, that's true, but...
알았어. 생각해보니 그걸 되돌려주면 전달했던 네 입장이 곤란해지겠군. 좋아, 사탕은 받을게. 대신 그 안에 담긴 의미는 받지 않는다는 건 확실히 해줘.
Fine. I knew it. He finally ended up saying the thing I feared the most. I thought things went too well. And I felt sorry for Tay. Tay was being the bad guy on purpose to not hurt other people. What Soy wanted was for Tay to take the presents anyway, so at least half of her wish came true.
그건 그렇고 사갔던 쿠키는 잘 전해줬어?
Oh, yeah. Thanks to that, I was able to have an honest conversation with Red.
그렇군.
Hmm? He looks as if he knows something. You know, Tay, isn't Red a bit weird these days? He looks so down. He says a lot of things I can't understand. Do you know what's going on with him?
어떨까?
Don't play around and tell me if you know something. It was weird when he shouted out loud that he likes you and stormed out. Does it have to do with you? Come to think of it, I think he talked about you today too.
맞아. 그런 일도 있었지. 오늘도 네 얘기를 했단 말이지. 지금 생각해보니 다 이해가 되는군.
Really? What is it? What is it?
궁금해?
I want to know.
다른 것보다도 레드에 대해서 궁금하구나. 아까 레드에게 준다면서 쿠키도 사가고 이번엔 같이 연극부도 하게 되고 덕분에 등하교도 같이 하고 말이지.
Even if those things didn't happen, it's natural to be curious of Red. He was always bright, and now he's suddenly so gloomy. Besides, he's not just being gloomy. He looks like he lost all of his confidence.
네가 그렇게 봤다면 그런 거겠지.
Don't be so ambiguous and tell me why Red's acting like that, if you know, please. We can think of a way to cheer him up.
무슨 말인지는 알겠어. 하지만 우리 둘이 같이 무언가를 해준다면 레드가 싫어할지도 몰라.
Tay, you seriously have to dumb it down majorly for her to understand it. Huh? Why?
그건 나중에 말하기로 하고. 그보다 레드가 자신감이 없어 보인다고 했지?
Yeah?
혹시 그런 생각은 해본 적 없어? 그게 어쩌면 레드의 본 모습이 아닐까 하는.
What?
우리는 늘 레드가 자신감에 차 있는 모습만 봐왔잖아. 잠재되어 있는 특별한 힘을 믿는 모습 말이야. 하지만 레드가 우리에게 보여준 모습 뒤에 어떤 숨겨진 진짜 얼굴이 있다면?
I couldn't answer easily. Red was always simple-minded and positive. I always thought that's how he is. But after hearing what Tay said, I felt confused. I thought there might really be a side of Red I didn't know about.
레드에 대해 더 알고 싶어?
Hmm?
네가 원한다면, 그리고 그것으로 네가 행복해진다면 말해줄게. 다시 물을게. 레드에 대해 더 알고 싶어?
That's suddenly a weird dialogue option. I'm pretty sure this way would immediately give us a bad ending. But of course, we're on Red's route. Of course we want to know more about Red. Yeah, I want to know. I want to know why he's being so gloomy, and I know the reason. I want to know if there's a way I can help him. And I want to tell Red that he doesn't have to be jealous of Lance, and that he's awesome enough. After seeing me caught up in my thoughts, Tay gave a disappointed smile. What? What is it?
아니, 너무 내 예상대로라서 조금 김이 빠지는 것 같군.
Huh?
하지만 문제는 둘 다 제대로 눈치채지 못하고 있다는 거로군. 내 눈엔 이렇게나 싹이 자란 게 보이는데 말이야.
Oh, Red realized it. He was just an idiot, decided I liked you, and, figured, oh shit, I have no chance, so I might as well just be really sad about this. What are you talking about? Tell me so I can understand. Like, bottom line idiot talk. That's the only thing I get.
놀리려는 건 아니니까 표정 풀어. 어쨌든 이걸로 확실해진 것 같으니 이제는 침울해져야 하는 건 내 쪽이 돼야겠는걸? 난 사탕 때문에 엄한 오해까지 했으니까.
Misunderstood?
작은 기대를 했지. 그리고 덕분에 조금 설레발을 쳤거든.
Tay took out something from his pocket, and he handed it to me. Tickets? I checked the tickets and saw that it said Amusement Park Season Pass. Oh, this is the place in my memories, the amusement park I went to with my grandpa. But, wait, amusement park? And there are two? Do you... I pointed at Tay and then myself. Tay laughed to see that. But for some reason the laugh seemed bitter.
아니, 이건 사탕 때문에 내가 설레발을 쳤던 거고 이제 나한테는 쓸모가 없어.
That means... Did Tay... Were you going to go to the amusement park with the person who gave you the candies? Tay pressed my head at my startled question.
더 이상의 자세한 내막은 노코멘트야. 그보다 두나구나. 그것도 아주 많이.
Yes. Yes, she is.
아무튼 이건 너 줄게.
Tay, if you want, I can let you meet her.
아니,
I know she's very, very trying to deal with right now, Tay. I understand that you're sighing. I feel like I've worn him out without knowing. Did I do something wrong?
레드랑 둘이서 다녀와.
With Red? What's he suddenly talking about? I asked him to tell me more about Red, not give me tickets to the amusement park.
레드에 대해서 더 잘 알고 싶으면 많은 시간을 같이 보내는 게 중요하니까. 내가 말해주는 것보다 네가 알아가는 게 더 좋지 않겠어?
Oh, that's what the tickets meant. Going to the amusement park with Red? I never thought of that.
아무튼 내 할 말은 끝난 것 같군. 차 맛있게 마시고 주말에 잘 놀다 와.
Okay, thanks. How much?
괜찮아.
Really?
그래, 내가 너한테 주는 선물이라고 해두지. 난 피곤하니까 이만 가서 쉬어야겠다. 너도 일찍 자.
Okay. Tay seemed really tired the way he rubbed his face and left the room. After he left, I stared blankly at the 2 tickets in my hand. The amusement park I went to with Grandpa. I only went there once. I never imagined that my second time going would be with my doll. He already went there with the doll, according to Nameless. Well, Nameless is heavy hinting. And more with the doll that's been on my mind so much these days. I feel a bit worried, but I was excited more than anything else. Which weekend will it be?